Yay, we're here for our healthy emotional processing discussion group where we use holistic tools for feeling our feelings safely, and also our container for just coming together and learning how to communicate healthfully and talking essential oils, of course. So I've got the Essential Emotions book or the app that we'll be using. You'll want a piece of paper. Yesterday I went to a recovery meeting, recovery yoga, and the topic was issues in the tissues. And I just love talking about that because it's everything to do with our storage lockers of emotions. And whenever we've experienced something in our life where it gets held and then maybe repressed, so we can work on identifying it and becoming aware, and then having the proper affirmation and essential oil to release it. I just really love that process. My sister brought up something interesting yesterday. So I'll just share real quick before I open it up to you guys. She is afraid of losing weight because she thinks that she'll have like emotions come up that are stored in her fat cells. And I know that that's a deep fear. It doesn't sound rational. And I know parts of it is true and parts of it aren't. But you know how there's things that we say to ourselves and maybe if you don't say it out loud, then it doesn't sound weird, but in your head, it sounds real. You know what I mean? That's one of my sister's deepest fears. If she works on losing weight, will she become as stressed out as she was when she put that weight on? So I thought that I hadn't even thought of that possibility, and that could be a true fear for somebody. So kind of the group norms for this is, if you can identify what your needs are before you share. That's like, do I want you guys to just listen with no feedback? And then that gives us the chance to practice being a good listener and not thinking of the solution right away. And or you can say, I'm open to feedback. Okay. So I'll open it up to you guys. And then if you can remember, or I'll remind you after your session, lead us in a breath. And that can be in any way you choose. You can share on anything you like, or if you can share on the topic, which is issues in the tissues. No takers? So another thing we can do, if you guys aren't feeling up for open share, we can go through the essential emotions process if you haven't seen that before or you'd like to practice it. So what I like to do when somebody comes for a session, say for like the essential emotions coaching, there's a couple of different pathways you can start with, and that's either from the body, from a body sensation. So they're like, I just have this nagging neck and shoulder thing. And you're like, okay, so that's a place we can start. Or they'll say, for some reason, I can't get enough of copaiba. I just slather and slather and slather. My body just craves it. So we can ask, depending on the oil you've been depending on or the body part. I've been feeling really good in my body, so I don't have anywhere to start there. But I've been using a lot of lemongrass, and I've also been cleaning my house. So I was just going to read it to you because I know lemongrass is the oil of de-hoarding. And it's spring cleaning. So if you're like, I need help with cleaning my house, then you should probably be diffusing lemongrass. Let me just tell you what it says about it. This is for cleansing. Lemongrass is a powerful cleanser of energy. It dispels feelings of despondency, despair, and lethargy. Lemongrass assists individuals in entering a healing mode or cleansing state. In this state, one easily lets go of old, limiting beliefs, toxic energies, and negativity. Lemongrass teaches individuals to move forward without hesitation. It asks them to commit to a healing path where change is a regular occurrence. Okay, well, duh. That's why I've been using so much lemongrass. Not because I have ringworm, which I do. I think I got it from the gym or the cat. I can't figure it out, but it made me think of a friend of mine. She may or may not be here. That like when we started in doTERRA, that was what got her in, was using tea tree. So tea tree and lemongrass, and it's almost gone now. And it's been just yesterday morning, I figured it out. I'm like, what is this little spot? And I showed my sister and she goes, yeah, that's ringworm. Dang it. Happens to the best of us. It's pretty neat that we can use the oils, that I'm using them for cleaning. I'm using them for my ringworm, and emotionally, look at all the things it's doing for me. So don't know what that means. Any thoughts?
My thought is I'm going to go start diffusing lemongrass after this call so we can get our house organized.
Mm-hmm. And it gives you the want to do it. How I clean, do you guys use the black doTERRA soap bar? Okay, that stuff, it gets so messy in my shower because it's black. So I figured out Dawn soap, baking soda, and lemongrass gets rid of it. Yeah, so I squirt the Dawn, and then I sprinkle and then I just use the regular lemongrass with the soap pad, just cuts right through it. So that made it easy to clean my shower and my bathtub, But and then I went to the exercise community party yesterday, and they're like, "You smell so good," and I didn't want to tell them it's because I have ringworm. I'm like, "Oh, thank you."
Kim, I need a suggestion.
Sure.
Friday, I was diagnosed with TI band syndrome, which is why I'm having trouble walking with my right leg. And my cholesterol came back at 368 and my triglycerides at 650. And I'm extremely frustrated. And I'd like help with dealing with the emotions of both of those, because it's thrown me back into, well, you probably need to go back to physical therapy and you probably need, statins, and just I want to put up a huge shield and go away.
So what are you feeling right now? Can you identify it?
Very frustrated.
Frustrated.
Because very frustrated. Because I eat, a pretty clean diet and everything, and it doesn't seem to matter. I went back and pulled back my history, and it doesn't seem to matter, even comparing it to when I weighed 100 pounds more to now. The numbers aren't significantly changing.
Okay, let me look this up.
And if I disappear, my internet seems to be wonky today, so.
Okay. Geranium. Okay, these are the oils. So just listen out for the one that, oh, I think she's gone. Let me see, she's coming back. Or Dawn, are you still there? Okay, you're back. Okay. Okay, these are the oils. So just listen for the one that your ear hears the loudest. Geranium, cardamom, neroli, Roman chamomile. Which one?
I think geranium.
Do you have it nearby?
Geranium. I do not.
Okay, so I'll write it down. But I know you have the book, so later go back and you're going to want to breathe it in. And then these are the questions it's asking. What am I didn't hear you. What'd you say?
I missed what category you were.
Shoot. Is she on? No, she's not. Okay. Well, these are the questions. I'll repeat it when she comes back. It's, what am I trying to control? what is this trigger teaching me? Because all of our emotions have a reason and they all teach us something. There's Donna's back. Okay, Donna, can you hear me?
No,
I can barely hear you. It just keeps going in and out. I'm gonna grab my other tool here. So on
And
top,
Kim, if you're recording it, can you just do it and then she can watch for the answers, or do you have to have her respond?
works better if she responds, but it's okay, you know, if the thing is not working great.
Yeah.
I'm looking for.
And if she leaves her camera off, it should work a little bit better, but of course, you know, that requires the internet to be functioning.
Yeah. Okay, so hopefully that works out. I was looking for fears frustrated. So it goes under the category of anger, apathy, and hatred. And it's actually considered soft anger. So there's soft, middle, and intense of each type of category. So this would be considered soft anger. So it's good that you're catching it now, because that shows your emotional intelligence level. When we allow our emotion scale to go all the way up to the intensity, like where somebody's screaming and like unintelligible, we don't want to let it get to that like intense, the volume level. We want to catch it when it's still in that soft, so that our nervous system isn't going like haywire, and then we can actually like ground and start to think about, okay, how is it I want to respond? What am I feeling? What is the message in that emotion for my next action step? Let me grab my worksheet here. So what I'm thinking would be great is if you had the oil that goes with it, and you start journaling the things that you want for your body, and you're going to write the things that you want to share with your doctor about that and your health goals. So they're basing it off of what they know works, or what they think works, what they've been taught that works. But you're going to come in armed with your knowledge and with your goals. So it's kind of like a woman with, you know, they're getting ready to have a baby. They go in with their birth plan. So I would have somebody go with you to the doctor that's going to be like your support system.
okay,
Does that help?
that does. Thank you.
Yeah. So you're going to go in with your plan. I'm going to call you later, and then we can talk about some things
Okay,
that might help.
okay,
Okay.
thanks.
You're welcome. Yeah, I love when you know what you're feeling, you have choices. When you don't know what you're feeling, you're narrowed down, and it makes you feel small and incapable, you know? So, or it could be the opposite, like where you're justifying and now you're a total dick. I don't think that's what you're doing. You know?
I love that
I have a happy
explanation.
experience to share.
What?
I said I have a happy experience to share.
Oh, yes, please.
Holly and I did a health fair that was sponsored by our local hospital Saturday. And for the first time doing a vendor event, the barrier of not having the $35 membership fee was so freeing to me as far as talking to people. You
Great,
know,
Dawn.
I felt like that was always a guilty thing for me. You know, I mean, if somebody wanted to buy a minimal amount, say for instance a lavender, I'm like, well, yeah, you can buy a lavender, but then, you know, to get a wholesale account, it's $35. And now, you know, it just opened up a lot more conversation, a lot easier conversation for me with the people. And it led me into, well, now you can buy shampoo and conditioner and toothpaste and all that. It just was so freeing to me not to have that emotional barrier of that $35 fee.
I'm so glad. It's going to help you build confidence too. Jeannie, did you have something you want to share?
Oh, I just really like the way you say, I'm always writing down what you say in these sessions because you're so amazing, Kim. Just how you say when you don't know what you're feeling. And you said it makes you feel small. And I was finishing the sentence in my mind before you said it makes you feel small. And to me, it makes you feel, for me, I think it makes me feel out of control because you don't, and anyway, so, but I really liked how you shared that this is identifying our feelings. It really frees us up. And so I was just writing down all the stuff you said. So thank you.
Well, you're welcome. It's great to finally be in a place like to know what my purpose is and why I'm here and how I can be of service to others. Growing up as a sensitive person, and then basically having my emotions be told like you're not, don't feel that, don't express that, don't talk to us about it, go away. So now it's like, no, I get to talk about it. I get to express it. I get to feel it. I get to help other people. Like the dam of emotions that was plugged up for me, I know what it feels like to have it plugged up, and being in a safe space and in a caring, loving, compassionate way, helping unplug other people's. I'll unplug you.
It's awesome.
I have a share. I shared with Kim during the leadership training that I'm working in a psychologist's office where we treating people with all kind of emotional issues, and many of our patients are referred from a recovery clinic, and I'm treating them with the aroma touch massage technique. And many times our patients are not talking. That's probably the first time when they feel completely relaxed. They share a lot with me after the massage, but some of the patients, that's the first time they really love to talk during the treatment, which is usually supposed to be a very quiet. I usually don't even respond. I just let them talk, whatever they want to say. And every single time when I apply a new oil, I introduce a new oil to them, let's say balanced lavender or tea tree, they are able to identify their feelings. They're so calmly trusting me. And one of the patients, actually many patients, when I apply the tea tree, they feel they become light. They can fly. When I apply the On Guard, they feel protected, they feel safe. And it's just an amazing experience, and they are absolutely relaxed and refreshed by the time I get to the wild orange and peppermint. And oftentimes the response, what they say when they come out the room, like, oh, Hella, thank you for putting me back together. That was their whole experience, that they feel whole again.
Aw. See, you're like like an angel for them.
I do. Some of my patient thinks that I am their angel, whatever it means to them, but I just take it that I'm just happy that I can help.
That's so great. I wrote and Dina designed a worksheet that's the aroma touch technique, and we wrote the essential emotions, like how you just described the tea tree, they felt lighter, and the On Guard, they felt safety. So if you wanted to have that, you know, in your office space.
Oh, that would be fantastic. And I would love to order your book if you would send me the link where I can order. So we would place it we have 4 locations now.
Oh, cool.
And the owner, one of the recovery centers owner, actually, we become very good friends. When he comes to the office, he just wants to speak with me.
Of course.
But I'm not a therapist. I'm just there, being just hello, But he really trusts me. So I would love to have him and everybody aware of your book, and the sheets too. If you could share it, that would be great.
Yeah. It's almost done. I keep resubmitting it to Amazon, and it's like the cover that they keep rejecting because it's not fitting in the template, but I'm on it. We're on it. So it's happening soon.
Yeah. Well,
Something I do want to share with you guys is I am going to be gathering data for holistic tools in recovery. So if there's patients or clients and people you know that are looking for natural recovery, they don't want to be put on pills. They're not interested, in going the Western way. They want holistic. They want to learn more about their emotions. They probably have issues with anxious feelings and sleep and pain. So these are the kind of people that you want to invite to my study. So the products that they'll need is the Aroma Touch kit. This one, these 8 oils. They're going to need neroli, copaiba, and frankincense. And they're going to need the whole MetaPower kit. So that would be like what you want to set them up for. And then they can register free for my study, which is basically like $2,000 worth of coaching. But because I want that medical surveys and studies that I can put in a nice spot, because I want to give it to doTERRA. And I think they're going to be really excited about that. So I need 20 participants. So it's a good opportunity to be able to help somebody in a real way. So there's that. So I want to show you some ways that you can relieve some stress. So one thing I want you to do, you're going to take your fists, you're going to squeeze them, not as hard as you can, but like 80% is hard. Make sure your feet are flat, your butt's flat on your chair. Take a breath in your nose, out your mouth. Keep squeezing in your nose, out your mouth. One more time. Let go. We're gonna do it one more time. So squeeze maybe a little bit harder this time. Out the mouth. In the nose. Out the mouth and let go. And just feel that blood flow in your arms. So now the next one we're going to do, once you release your hands, is we're going to just roll your shoulders back for a minute. We're going to take a breath in as your shoulders come up. Exhale down your back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. And as your ears come up to your shoulders come up to your ears, take an inhale and hold. Keep holding. And let go. Okay, inhale, bring the shoulders up, hold your breath. Exhale, let it go. So we're gonna do 6 directional spine. So you're gonna put your hands on your knees in front of you. And we're gonna open our chest forward. Breath in. Exhale, curl your spine, chin to chest. Inhale forward. Open heart, open experiences. Exhale, curl your spine, chin to chest. One more, inhale. Exhale. I'm going to show you something. So imagine your rib cage is on the inside of a peanut butter jar, and there's just a little bit of peanut butter left. So you're going to use your rib cage to scrape the peanut butter. You're going to you can take your hands here for a second, or you can put it here. This is easier for my shoulders. And we're just going to rotate forward and back. So inhale forward, exhale back. Keep your sit bones on your chair. Soft shoulders, soft mouth. And then go the other way. We're going to take your left arm up, and we're just going to keep this hip down on your chair, and we're just going to reach over. Reach up and come down. The opposite side. Hip down and come over. These are just little like chair yoga exercise you guys can do. If you're going to be sitting at your desk, do this like every hour. Because every time your spine opens and closes, each joint in your body opens and closes the correct way, it sends a signal to your brain to send fluid to keep your joint healthy and like, you know, have good fluid in there, obviously. Thank you guys all for showing up. So let's just take a breath together. I'm going to put one hand on my heart and one hand on my belly. I'm going to take a breath in and exhale. Thanks so much, guys.
Thank you, Kim.
Thanks for coming.
Thanks, Kim. That was awesome.
Welcome.
Thank you, Kim.
Welcome. I'll see you next Monday.